Hello my friends and welcome to episode 29 of our Football Manager 2019 Let's Play. In the last episode we took on Chelsea. Don't look at the score if you've not seen it, go back and check it out, it's well worth a watch. Since that episode though, we have taken on a few games. The first game was against Rafe in the league. We won 3-1. Carlos Alena, Dominic Solanke and Antonio Marin on the score sheet. Fraser Preston scored on the counter for them. It was actually a very incisive counter. I think we crossed the ball. Their defender just launched clear. Ross McCrory missed a tackle and the striker was in one-on-one. And it was a really good finish, to be fair to him. We then played St Mirren in the Betfred Cup. Very rotated team, as you can see with the squad there. Ben Mackey scoring a brace in that game. And that was a fairly good result for us. We then played Kilmarnock. And Dominic Solanke again, this time with a hat-trick. Finally we're getting the strikers amongst the goals. Dominic Solanke finding a bit of form. 2 goals in the first half and a penalty in the second half, getting us a win there. We then played Zoya. I'm going to completely butcher that name. I'm going to try avoiding saying it too often. We won 1-0 through a Barisic penalty. Doesn't tell the whole story of this game. We had 2 more goals disallowed for offside, unfortunately. Overall, it was a very, very good performance. I was happy with. Not happy so much with the scoreline, but it was a very good performance nonetheless. To put a 6 out of 6 for points in Europa League Group B. We then played Hamilton and another hat-trick for Dominic Solanke, including the penalty. First half hat-trick this time. Ross McCrory also on the score sheet from a corner. Leading by captain's example, really. But Dominic Solanke, an absolute fire. Today we've got a big game though. We play league leaders Celtic. I say league leaders, we've not dropped a point in the league. I'll show you that in just a second. And then we're going to play Fenerbahce as requested in the FM Rangers group post that I put up. We're going to go to 2 games a week on probably not all episodes but some, and this is a good one to do it. So we've got Celtic and Fenerbahce away today. Celtic at home, of course. League table looks like so. And I'm going to go to stages for this because this is insane. 8 games in, Celtic have 38 goals scored. You know, we're just over half their goal difference and we've only conceded 2. And we're averaging over 2 a game. I've done the maths for it and they're averaging 4.75 goals a game. Now, how are you supposed to keep up with that? I watched one of their games. I've been trying to keep a tabs on Scott McKenna and I've got him unsettled. I'll actually go and show you it. As you see, wanted and unsettled, transfer listed by request, and their asking price is £10 million, but we have the fierce rivals negotiation disadvantage with Aberdeen, so they won't accept £10 million from us. They want 17.5, and as you can see, disappointed at not being able to join Rangers. There was a small dressing room revolt. I'm going to go back in January. Unfortunately, I made another signing. I got at the end of the last episode, you would have seen a transfer bid. It was for Nikola Katic, and I negotiated it thinking it wouldn't get accepted. It was ended up being 30 million with a 25% of next sale, so not just profit of next sale involved. He has a 40 million release clause, and I thought, you know what, that could actually be worth more. You know, if he goes for 40 million in England, suddenly we've hit our 40 million again. So I genuinely thought that was a possibility, but he turned down the bid. So we've signed a player for £10 million, or just under £10 million. A player that was well worth signing for that. But unfortunately it means that we've now not got the money in the bank to complete that deal, should we want to do so. Also been trying to get Alan Campbell and Ryan Porteous. I'm going to go in more detail to that in the game, which we're going to get to pitch side right now. So we're coming into this game, Paslak is injured, or he's recovering from an injury. We've just had an international break, and we've had 4 or 5 key players come back unfit for not just this game, but we've got a game straight after it as well. So as you can see, there's a few changes to the squad as a result of that. David Raya and Tavernier are both in. Tavernier's played the last sort of month or so while Paslak's been injured. Rob Holding and Bushiri make up our centre-back pairing because McCrory and Katic are both knackered. I've got them both on the bench in case we need them. Gianluca Itter is at left-back again, same reason. I've again put Barisic on the bench in case I need him, but again, all 3 of those are only going to last half an hour at best. Fellaini, Alena and Palmer make up the midfield. Malcolm returns, he's been injured for a little while as well, since that Chelsea game actually. Manor Solomon and Dominic Solanke rounds off the team. Marin and John Hughes also on the bench, not fully fit. You know, very, very frustrating stuff. for us to deal with, having an international break and having so many players coming back unfit for two of our biggest games of the season, Celtic at home and Fenerbahce away. And defensive changes is not what I wanted for this game. They're showing 4.75 goals on average per game. I wanted my best defence out there. We are the best defence in the league, regardless of how you look at that. We've only conceded 2 goals, both of them being pretty incisive counter-attacks. We're fairly good at defending the possession play. So it's very, very frustrating to me that we're missing 3 key defensive players coming into such a big game. So as I was saying, coming into this game as well, we're trying to unsettle some Scottish players, and the reason for that is, oh, nope, come on, offside, yep, well done ref. Not a good start, but offside's the call. So, Porteous, McKenna and Alan Campbell, all very, very good players, all with quite decent potential as well. Actually, not the best line from rookie Bashiri there, but he's not had a lot of game time, so I can't really expect him to be match sharp. So I was looking at them, and one of the things that was said in that post was to try and add some challenges. And I thought, you know what, actually going a bit more homegrown in the future, maybe not a full homegrown save, but starting to transition to younger players. We've already got a fairly young team, but transferring into particularly homegrown. I've made a couple of changes staff-wise. This is a 2-game episode. Next game will probably be a 1-game episode. So I think we'll go through them then. Plus, I'm still making those changes, so I need to make a note, and I will go through them in the next episode. Just so I'm not flooding you with too much information. So I want to sign the best Scottish talent. That's the best way to do that. And we've already signed some of the best Scottish youngsters. So again, that's already managing some of that as Palmer heads this one clear. Again, brought it in. Solomon, can we hit them on the counter? Slanky picks up. He's got support coming. Malcolm, the man on loan from Barcelona. He's not match fit. I think he was 71% match fitness. Oh, ref. Holding intercepts that clearance though. Back to Bashiri, and Holding and Bashiri just keeping it between themselves, but they really need to either go back to the keeper or get it to a full back. Fellaini comes in and supports, but we're still just playing it between our 2 centre backs really. Bashiri launches forward to Alessandro Conte, the £13 million right back that Celtic bought after having a good loan spell last season, but Dominic Solanke's nicked it. He's in. Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, I was about to celebrate. I literally had my hands in the air. We've had the better of the half, but that's a big chance. I'm going to go with an assertive. I'm not happy. See if we can push something out. And we kick off the second half. Fellaini and Rob Holding. Again, we're just playing it across the back. So that highlight is going to end. They've got a throw in just inside our half. Carlos Elena plays it forward to his Barcelona teammate Malcolm, but can't reach it with Olivier Nicham. Kramer plays it out to Mealing, signed from Rosenborg if I remember correctly, and his cross, Aranzi gets above Gianluca Itter, and we're 1-0 down. Just not good enough. It's whipped out. Mealing gets a first time cross with all the space in the world. Itter has to be the favourite to win that header, and he doesn't. It's not good enough to not be winning that header. We need a kick up the backside, and that's maybe what we needed. But they've got a corner straight away. Mealing brings it out to Centurion. Nicham. Casey Palmer. That is nowhere near a penalty, ref. Wow. Nowhere near a penalty. Dominated the first half with chances, and we're 2-0 down. We missed our big chance. It's a crunching free kick as Denswell. We getting an off? Red card? Yes. Might get us back in this game. No free kick from the highlight though. Or rather, no highlight from the free kick. Can I just be able to make tactics, please? Thank you. Let's go attacking. And I think we're going to bring on Antonio Marin, who's been in fairly good form. of late for Malcolm, who's not had a lot of game time, so let's bring him on. Is Carlos Alena with a corner, whips it out. That's not where I want my corners, but Jan, look at it. Oh, just over from the young German. You know, look at those match stats. And it was never, ever a penalty in a million years. We're going to make another sub. We're going to have to bring on Ryan Gold for Carlos Alena. And I think we're going to bring on Ross McCrory for Rob Holding. Get the captain on. Let him lead by example. Arande, Conte, Olivier, Nisham. Why are we not closing down, guys? Kramer, Nisham. Again, not closing down. I want to just make... Come on. I just want to be able to make a tactical change. Right, maybe got changes making and that's why it's not working there, but... Not happy that it's not letting me do them. All I want to do is make some changes to pressing instructions. Conte. Arande. And do you know what it's done as well? It's put me on to full match highlights. Now, we weren't watching full match. And changed all our speed settings. And we're 3-0 down. I don't even know what to say about this, guys. I literally do not feel we are 3-0 worse than the Celtic team right now. Tavernier's let his man go. David Raya should be doing better at his near post, but I get why he's not committed to either side. I don't think there's ever a question of offside here. Oh, it was close. Yes, we'll concede with our tactical changes after the goal. And can we please get opposition instructions up, because Nisham is just literally getting all the space in the world. And we're literally supposed to be targeting him. That's what my assistant's telling him to do. So, confirm changes. See if we can get something. McCrory, Marin, Livakovic equal to that. We've conceded more games in this one game than we have all season. And we've had all of the ball, all of the shots on target. You know, look at the statistics: 18 shots to 10 on target to 11 and 4, and we're 3-0 down. I kind of feel like if we'd had our Katic, Barisic, McCrory backline, this wouldn't have been anywhere near an issue. Kramer. Back to John Suter, launches it forward on his weaker foot. McCrory heads away. Olivier, David Raya will collect. Throws out. It's actually a really good throw. Finds Manor Solomon in space. Is that Nietzscham just burning, catching up? Solanke, good save. And I can't believe we've not scored in this game. I really can't. It's literally been the 3 minutes after half time that's killed us, and then they've caught us on the counter. As Suter again just put him wide. Such an important chance just before half time, and then that goes straight after, and then a penalty that was never a penalty just killed us. And even our red cards are not really taking them out of the rhythm. Bashiri back to David Raya, launched forward, and all over, unfortunately. Not happy with that. Really not happy with that. He played so long with 10 men as well. Curious to have a look at stats is what I'm trying to find. Clear cut chances 2 each, half chances 1 to us. They had more long shots, we had more on target. You know, all the stats really show that we should have been in that game. Really not a good performance by the team. Right, I'll see you pitch side for the Fenerbahce game in just a second, guys. So, 4 changes from the side that lost to Celtic. We've brought in Ross McCrory, Nikola Katic and Borna Barisic, as you would expect. Jadis also comes into the midfield with Carlos Alena dropping to the bench. Other than that, same as we were. Just having a look at the Fenerbahce team to see if there's any names I recognise. Callan is just one that I recognise. The rest I don't really know, but I'm sure we'll get to go eventually. Dragovic seems a fairly familiar name as well. Why would I recognise that name? It's probably one of those names that people recommend from time to time, or somewhere I've heard from somewhere. Either way, I think we just get in, we go and do our best. You know, this is an away game in Turkey. Scottish clubs, or British clubs in general, don't tend to have a great record across here. But we've put ourselves in a great position with wins against... who did we win against? Chelsea and the Ukrainian team, I'm not going to try. Zoira or something like that. Zoraya. Go Zoraya. Either way, we're hopefully going to get another result here, but it's not an easy game at all. Decent start though, 0-0 after 18 minutes is good enough for me. Always like to get to that 20-minute mark without conceding in these big European away nights. So we've done job 1 already. In fact, this is actually an extremely interesting game where we've had exactly 0 highlights. I always show key highlights, and we are still shown to show key highlights. But we've not had a single one right now. We've had 5 shots on target though to their 2. So they've expected one, but it looks like we're coming down their left-hand side quite a lot through Malcolm and Tavernier right now. And eventually we do get a highlight, and it is coming down that side. Jarosson, back to Dragovic. Juan clears away as Malcolm and closed down the goalkeeper. He's found a bit of space on the right-hand side. Jarosson. Alper. Back to Lissandro. Jarosson. Lissandro. Mehmet Topal. Alper again. Reyes. Mehmet Topal plays it back to Harun. We've not got an easy next fixture as well. We've got Aberdeen away in the Betfred Cup for our next game, as Kalinic is in and scores. And again, we've been dominating a game, and just before half time, a big chance falls to them, and they don't miss it like Dominic Solanke did in the last game. Uber frustrating stuff. All the stats show that we've been in charge of this game, and it's just Katic who falls asleep here. He just lets Kalinic go and falls asleep. Nikola Katic falling asleep to let Kalinic go through. Very, very not good stuff. And I think that would put Chelsea level with us if they are winning their game. And I think it would actually put Fenerbahce level with us as well. So if I think we would drop to second because we've got head-to-head to Chelsea, although Chelsea have head-to-head to Fenerbahce, so I'm not sure how it would work right now, group stage wise. We'll find that out after. As Fellaini's picked up a yellow, do we want to bring him off and move McCrory forward? I might do that. Let me have a think. Jadis back to Casey Palmer, launches forward and finds a great ball into Tavernier. Can he get a decent ball in? Solanke! Oh. In fact, that's exactly what we're doing. Rob Holden comes on for Fellaini. Holden back into the midfield as they've scored again. Own goal from Tavernier. First goal we've conceded from a corner this season, and it comes off the crossbar and hits someone in noggin. Tavernier. Wow. Hassan Ali, Mehmet Topal whips it in. 3-0 down again. Come on, team. What is going on here? It's straight at David Raya as well, and he just punches it in. No question of offside. I think we're going to bring Marin on for Solomon, and we bring Elena on for Jadis. There is interest in Jadis, so I'd be open to selling him if the price was right. Not had a bid for him yet. Same with Barisic. I'm not sure I'd be interested in selling Barisic right now. But this is not good enough. McCrory plays it in. Carlos Elena comes off the bench and scores. Oh well, that's a response you want for your players, but at least we've finally got in the score sheet. It's taken us 6 goals. You know, we've conceded 2 free goals all season in all competitions, and then we've conceded 6 in 2 games. and it's off the back of an international break, so I don't know what to make of that, but it's just hit our form so much. And, you know, 3 big games in a row. We've got Aberdeen still to come. We're not going to record that one. That will be off camera. But I've suddenly gone from, you know, we beat Celtic, we're top of the league, they were under a bit of pressure, to we then maybe get a draw against Fenerbahce, we're in great shape in the Europa League, to almost dejected, to be honest. Tavernier brings it forward into Solanke. Oh, ref, that is worse than the penalty in the last game. Gervano, and this is just an end game highlight as well though. Tolga to Gervano. Elena intercepts and shows why he was loaned in. And Casey Palmer brings it forward. No, nothing to be done with him though. End of the game, double the shots on target again. And we lose 3 goals for our troubles and lose 3-1. For a rock solid defence, this is not good enough. And I need to find a way to pick up the players. Carlos Elena comes off the bench and gets man of the match. I'm not really sure how we've got man of the match in our team after that performance. You know, that is absolutely awful. I'll just praise Carlos Elena because, you know, he did come on, did change the game. Let's have a look at the group. So, Europa League Group B. So, we're still top of the group. Fenerbahce have won. That's their first win, rather frustratingly. They lost to Chelsea 5-1. We've obviously got the head-to-head against Chelsea because we beat them. And they've drawn against Zoira 1-1 in Ukraine. So, we're still top of the group on head-to-head. So, we're still in good shape. That win at Stamford Bridge helped us out a lot in that regard. So, next episode, where do we bring you back? I think we bring you back for Fenerbahce and Aberdeen. So, yep, that's what we'll do. Fenerbahce and Aberdeen in the next episode, guys. Tune in for that, and I will hopefully see you all there. And if you enjoyed this episode, despite the results, our first losses of the season, hit like, and if you enjoyed it enough, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.